Is someone trying to set up the chief constable? Jerry Gavaya says house-to-house registration is not needed. Young mother perishes in a fire. In the region, power cuts plunge Venezuela into darkness. And internationally, US introduces new fast-track deportation process. Greetings and welcome to this edition of Headline News Update. I am Bibi Backus. Thank you for joining us. A 30-year-old mother of two, Savita Sukunandan, lost her life when she allegedly set ablaze her home at number 64 Village, Quarantine Berbice. Her husband Jairam Sukunandan said he was at work when his 13-year-old daughter informed him that his house was on fire. He rushed to the burning building and attempted to help his wife out, but the fire was too much. It was reported that Sukunandan made two previous attempts to set the house on fire, but neighbors would always manage to put the fires out. Jerry Gavaya says that Guyana does not need house-to-house registration. Here is Wendell Jeffrey with that story.
Every person had all 10 of their fingerprints taken. And so when you register, you have your ID card, all 10 of your fingerprints and your photograph is in that database. The National Register of Registrants is the master database that was developed over the last 10 years through a process of continuous registration of claims and objections. And also, we spend millions and not millions, but billions of dollars. Billions of dollars.
There is a push to halt and discontinue the house-to-house registration process in Guyana altogether. The argument is that the process is not only illegal and will disenfranchise thousands of voters, but that Guyana does not need it. This argument is being made by Chairman of the Private Sector Commission, Jerry Gavaya. Gavaya's name was twice submitted by opposition leader Barra Jagdeo to President David Granger as a possible chairman for the Guyana Elections Commission. Today, Gavaya told Channel 2 Headline News from Canada that in 1980, Guyana spent billions of dollars to put the National Registrar of Registrants (NRR) system in place. That system collects biodata from all Guyanese over the age of 14. He said that this is one of the most sophisticated systems in Guyana.
This NRR today in Guyana's history is one of the most sophisticated and well certified lists that we ever had in the history of Guyana.
Gavaya said that before 2006, all that happened was that the voters' names and pictures were collected, but that after 2008, every person in the NRR system was fingerprinted, all 10 fingers.
In 2008, Guyana spent a lot of money to introduce biometrics and to completely do over the NRR, which is the National Register of Registrants. This is the list where everybody goes on.
The businessman said that the aspect of continuing registration was also added, and that exercise is undertaken 2 or 3 times every year.
What they decided to do is open registration centers all across the country 3 or 4 times a year. So they started to do what is called continuous registration.
Gavaya said that what normally happens just before elections is that a preliminary list of electors, or PLE, is extracted from the NRR list.
What they would do is, so many days before the election, they would go to that national database and then they would extract what is called a PLE, a preliminary list of electors. Right?
Right.
They would extract that, and then that list goes up for scrutiny, and then all the political parties get it and they will scrutinize it. Now, to be on that list, you got to be over 18. To be on that list, you got to you can't be insane, right? And I think you can't have a conviction. If you have a conviction, I don't think you're allowed to vote.
It is from that PLE list that the official list of electors, OLE, is compiled, and that list is only valid for 6 months. Gavaya is adamant that it is that last OLE list that was used for the local government elections that has expired in April and not the NRR lists. The Private Sector Commission and the PPP are claiming that the house-to-house registration will likely disenfranchise thousands of local and overseas voters. The coalition government has made the claim that the NRR list is bloated by some 200,000 illegal names and that the just commenced house-to-house registration is designed to vet that list. An initial attempt by Christopher Ram in the High Courts to halt the house-to-house registration was earlier today struck down by Chief Justice Roxanne George Wiltshire. For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Coming up after the break, Chief Constable says the bag of money found in his vehicle was not placed there by him.
It's here again, the Clearance Mega Mountain Sale, happening for one day only, Friday, July the 26th. Come down and enjoy 50% off selected items store-wide. Not forgetting an early 25% discount off all back-to-school items. For men, come down and enjoy 50% off Levi's jeans, sneakers, Kenneco shoes, dress shirts, jerseys, short pants, and everything you need to give you that sizzling summer look. Not forgetting you ladies, enjoy 50% off selected sneakers, tops, dresses, jeans, short pants, shoes, and a whole lot more. Remember, this sale happens for one day only, Friday, the 26th of July. So make your way down to Clearance and enjoy this amazing summer deal. Clearance, always keeping you in style.
Wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have so much waste to dispose of in the landfill? Well, composting can help us reduce the waste we dispose of by turning our organic waste into compost, which can be used to improve the quality of our soil.
Composting is very simple and convenient.
You can compost using organic waste such as vegetable skins,
or fallen leaves and cut grass and put this in a composting bin or pile.
Compost can help your garden grow healthy plants while reducing your volume of waste. It's a really good way to keep our communities clean and healthy.
So, let's all start composting our waste.
Find out how easy it is. Call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.gy. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
Apostle Wade Ridley, founder of Restoration and Life Ministries, invites you to our 12th anniversary celebration taking place at the sanctuary located at 3864, 3865 Caneview Avenue, South Rhinebelt Gardens between David Rose and Greenheart Streets. Featuring our guest speaker, Apostle Claude Brooks. Come and enjoy music, dance. It's taking place Sunday, July 28th at 4 p.m. It's Restoration and Life Ministries' 12th anniversary celebration. All are welcome.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Welcome back. Chief Constable Andrew Fu questions City Mayor's approach to money found in his vehicle. Esther Sobers reports.
I'm very much concerned. I'm very much concerned as to what is happening. It does not speak well of in terms of the council. It does not speak well for the constabulary.
An article was published in the Guyana Chronicle newspapers about the Chief Constable Andrew Fu being under investigation after a bag of cash belonging to the mayor and city council was found inside his vehicle. The incident took place last Tuesday. The mayor said that he only heard of the situation from someone on the road. However, the chief constable Fu, today in an interview with Headline News, refuted the statements made by the mayor about not being notified about the incident. The chief constabulary further noted that a vehicle in which the money was found was last used as an escort for the treasury and was not driven by him.
Firstly, I want to see that in terms of the vehicle that they are being referred to is in terms of a vehicle assigned to the chief constable by in terms of the council. And that is not the traditional in terms of escort vehicle, because the constabulary, we have a responsibility to provide in terms of a daily escort in terms of the movement of council in terms of cash. At some point, that vehicle which would have been dedicated to providing in terms of the escort would have been done because of the fact that the council was unable to buy in terms of tires. That being so, a request was made to have the chief constable in terms of a vehicle. And when I say chief constable vehicle, the vehicle assigned to the chief constable.
Fu added that the bag of money would have been in the vehicle for 3 weeks while the vehicle was under repairs. The bag, which was locked, contained 153,000 Guyana dollars. The money found was reported by Fu by one of his constabulary drivers. Fu said he immediately informed both the acting town clerk, Sharon Harry Monroe, and city mayor, Ubraj Narain.
I'm not too sure as to why the mayor would have said that he was not notified. But we are quite aware here at the constabulary that when this matter would have happened, it would have occurred, that the town clerk and the mayor were notified.
Which date?
That would have been in terms of the 16th. They were notified.
When was the money found?
On the 16th, at around about 4:30 to 5 o'clock. And they were promptly in terms of notified, along with the treasurer and in relation to the clerk of markets.
Fu continues to maintain that the matter was reported to the authorities and the relevant personnel, and no investigation is launched against him. To further support Fu's story, the head of the administrative department, Inspector Petal Bancroft, and Inspector Lander Bristol also noted that the incident was indeed reported to Fu and an investigation was launched.
I was here when the incident was reported to the chief constable, and I am the person who the chief would have instructed to lodge the bag containing whatever down at the constabulary Regent Street outpost, and I would have done so in the property book. I lodged it down there.
Information and statements from persons of the revenue section, the unit, the escort unit. It is at a standstill because we're still waiting on certain documents from the Treasurer's Department.
For Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. When we return, U.S. introduces new fast-track deportation process, and Greece's new government says tax cuts will boost jobs and investment.
Are you kidding me? Really? So wrong. That is not what we were taught at the Green Generation Guyana camp.
Is this the correct way to do it? Drivers, you have two options that you can use. First, you can temporarily put your empty plastic bottles in the trunk of your vehicle or on the ground on the passenger side next to you. Or secondly, place them in the nearest garbage bin you see. We need you to play your part in helping us keep the environment clean and healthy. A message from the Ministry of Communities, Green Generation Guyana Sanitation Program. For more information, please contact us on 592-227-2605, or you may find us on the World Wide Web at www.moc.gov.gy.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Apostle Wade Ridley, founder of Restoration and Life Ministries, invites you to our 12th anniversary celebration taking place at the Sanctuary located at 3865 Caneview Avenue, South Brimebelt Gardens between David Rose and Greenheart Streets. Featuring our guest speaker, Apostle Claude Brooks. Come and enjoy music, dance. It's taking place Sunday, July 28th at 4 p.m. It's Restoration and Life Ministries' 12th anniversary celebration. All are welcome.
It's here again, the clearance Mega Mountain Sale, happening for one day only, Friday, July the 26th. Come down and enjoy 50% off selected items store-wide. Not forgetting an early 25% discount off all back-to-school items. For men, come down and enjoy 50% off Levi's jeans, sneakers, Kenny Cole shoes, dress shirts, jerseys, short pants, and everything you need to give you that sizzling summer look. Not forgetting you ladies, enjoy 50% off selected sneakers, tops, dresses, jeans, short pants, shoes, and a whole lot more. Remember, this sale happens for one day only, Friday, the 26th of July. So make your way down to clearance and enjoy this amazing summer deal. Clearance, always keeping you in style.
Welcome back. And now for your regional news. Venezuela has been hit by another massive power cut, with the capital Caracas among many areas affected. Power was slowly restored after the blackout reportedly hit 16 of the 23 states. Information Minister Jorge Rodriguez claimed that the power cut was caused by an electromagnetic attack without proving any evidence. In March, the country was hit by a series of blackouts, including one that affected all 23 states and lasted for a week. Sporadic blackouts are common in crisis-hit Venezuela, where the decades of underinvestment have damaged the country's power grid. And internationally, the U.S. federal agents now have the power to deport people immediately unless they can prove that they've been in the U.S. for more than 2 years. France 24 News has more.
In its ever-growing list of anti-immigration policies, the Trump administration is gradually chipping away at protections once considered to be untouchable. This time, the right to due process. The U.S. will expand fast-track deportations in allowing immigration officers to arrest any undocumented migrants in the country for less than 2 years, and this without allowing them to appear before a judge. The only exceptions to the new rule: if the migrant expresses a fear of returning home and passes an initial screening interview for asylum. Administration officials say the measure will alleviate immigration court backlog and free up space in detention centers. Much of what's contained in the new strategy dates back to a 1996 law. And in 2004, the Department of Homeland Security specified that it would be enforced for people who were arrested within 2 weeks of entering the United States and caught within 160 kilometers from the border. Rights groups and critics say the new interpretation of the rule can also affect immigrants or even U.S. citizens who have been in the U.S. for longer than 2 years but are simply unable to prove it. The American Civil Liberties Union and the American Immigration Council say they plan to fight the measure in court.
And finally, in Greece, the new government is proposing tax cuts, saying they will create more jobs and bring an end to the continuing financial crisis. Al Jazeera reports.
10 years ago, just before the global financial crisis wrecked the Greek economy, Christos Androutsos took over his father's chicken farm. He stopped selling to wholesalers and launched his own brand and distribution, and is expanding into frozen pies. His turnover increased 20-fold to over $1 million, and his payroll has risen from 4 to 25 people. Androutsos has some advice for the opposition Conservatives poised to win next month's election and who want to expand on success stories like his.
Taxes are much heavier now, and I try to offset them as much as possible with investments. But if it weren't for such high taxes, I would have invested even more in the past few years.
Farms were among the hardest hit businesses during the Greek economic depression. Their income tax quadrupled, their social security payments went up, their diesel subsidy was eliminated, and the sales tax they paid on raw materials doubled. This massively increased the amount of money farmers have to set aside each year in order to stay in business, and many have been leaving the profession. 1 in 3 farmers who went into business during the crisis has quit, says a recent survey. To encourage entrepreneurship, New Democracy is promising to cut corporate tax from 29 to 20% and hopes to help create 700,000 new jobs in 5 years. Some say that can't be achieved with tax cuts alone.
Tax cuts can help. Take my small company. Cutting corporate tax from 29 to 20%, lowering social security contributions, and subsidizing them for young workers. All this allows me to hire 1 extra person who we need. Once you apply that to the entire economy, it makes a difference. But other things are needed too.
Accountants say very few businesses show any profit because of high tax and red tape. A recent study showed that less than 5% of businesses pays 80% of corporate tax. The rest pay almost no taxes. To make the economy sustainable, economists say, as well as tinkering with taxes, the New Democracy Party will have to confront bureaucracy and resistance to change in the state. And that, observers say, will take huge political courage. John Saropoulos, Al Jazeera, Evia.
Here now is your 3-day weather forecast. And that is all for this edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook and YouTube, or you can visit our website at headlinenewsguyana.com for more news. Until then, see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. for another update. Take care.